ordinary love. Oh,
Okay, I guess this is never gonna live that down. This is from the Selena Gomez cooking show.
Oh my God, what is that?
It's a
Korean barbecue Texas breakfast taco.
look. My grandparents are here.
It's Taylor Swift on the
Literally, I've just been
FaceTime.
making all of this, and then I think we're making donuts next.
If you don't send me the recipe, we're gonna have words. I want to be served that.
This is Taylor. Do you know my friend Taylor?
Taylor Swift, right?
Do you know my
Taylor.
friend Taylor?
I'm Roy. This is Kaylin. Kaylin's freaking out right now.
I'm very jealous of your whole setup.
So yeah,
and
this
fact that you
is
guys are cooking together. It's pretty great. I'm
the only
really envious.
food-related Taylor thing I could find.
We could eat it right in front of you, too, to make you even more jealous.
I just wanted to show you because I'm so proud.
we want to eat.
Anyway,
Mom
that
said, can we eat?
Papa wants to
But I'm
eat.
so excited.
that's
Dude, I'm so proud of you.
her cameo.
Seems like a really good show.
You think so? I know what.
Didn't it get canceled immediately?
Who?
Selena's show.
Oh, this one. I guess.
I think also like it was like COVID, so like
Yeah,
she
it was
couldn't really have a
during
crew.
Yeah, I think it was pretty amateur. Then we got this cool picture. That's a chef. So, yeah. That's somebody else.
Oh no.
Big hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge hand.
Me, I guess it was me, everybody.
It was probably his hand with flour on
probably
it.
wiping
Realistically,
his ass.
yeah. He probably picked a wedgie or something.
Yeah, he slapped in his own ass.
Well, Ron Burrows, Martin and I did it. We watched Julie and Julia.
Yeah, I saw that. I watched it.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Martin said that he wished we'd watched Ratatouille.
It's the same movie, pretty much. French cooking, and then she learns how to cook French. Ratatouille learns how to cook French, and they both have their struggles getting success. So it's very similar, if you ask me.
I loved the nostalgia of it. It's like set in
Like-
2002.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you were talking about, the 50s or 2002.
No, I guess Julie.
The Julie character.
Yeah, I liked.
They're both real people. It's Julia Child and Julie Powell. Both are dead.
Yeah, I was really sad to learn that she died of COVID in like October.
Yeah, this past
She was
fall.
only like 49.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really sad.
Yeah, she died of COVID. So
Yeah.
and this is based on both their books. Is based on Julia Child, I guess, writing
The Art of French Cooking.
Yeah, her.
Stanley Tucci action there.
Yeah. He was
yeah.
great in
Yeah,
this.
he's a good.
Yeah.
And it's based on Julie Powell's book where she tries to cook over Julia Child's over 400 meals in 1 year.
Yeah, she was one of the first like food bloggers in the early 2000s. So kind of like when blogs were sort of taking off, she was on kind of that first wave of people. So it's like pretty like cool to kind of watch it. It's very like nostalgic for the early 2000s. The whole like blog thing. She starts getting all this attention on her blog, and they have friends over for dinner, and they're kind of talking about like trying to figure out how to like monetize it. And it's so funny how there are like so few ways to monetize it like back then. So they're like, you should add a PayPal link, and that's how you could
It's for Patreon, I guess.
It's really crazy just like how much has changed just in the last like 25 years,
that's
honestly.
fair.
Yeah, it really is kind of like, just like in my lifetime technology has come so far. Just in the landscape of just like cooking and TikTok, and I feel like that's the big thing
Blogs.
right now is these like TikTok chefs and
they
stuff.
do. Or
Yeah.
you could go street cuisine. They go to like
Yeah.
China. You see that street market cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duke Rams watched that. We've watched, yeah.
What like platform is she on for her blog in this?
Salon, it was endorsed by Salon.com.
Huh. Okay. Right.
I think she's did it herself on a regular blog
Wait,
website.
what?
I think
I
it
don't
was.
know where you would post it.
I think it was Salon.com.
Yeah, I think. Hold on.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
Yeah, it was called like yeah, I think it was salon.com.
Salon.com.
It was like a blog site.
Yeah, it was on Salon.
I guess.
Which is now like an actual, like website and news, but like back then I think like anyone could just
Yeah.
post on it.
That's what she did.
But yeah, it's kind of cool. Like I felt that like her I say her character, but like the way in which like she
Real
is
person.
yeah, she comes across in the way she portrays like Julie Powell is tends to grate a little bit. She is a little grating at times. She is a little self-centered. There are elements of that, and
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Amy Adams makes her at least way more likable in the movie than
Definitely.
Julie may have been in reality.
definitely because she's pretty like newly married. This is like they're like probably like second apartment together. They moved.
Yeah, dude. It was such a New York thing. You make it such a travesty. You moved from Brooklyn
to Queens. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, we have to move to Queens. It's such a
Yeah,
dumb.
for 900 square feet.
Yeah, and they made it seem like such a big deal. It's like, okay, whatever, guys.
Yeah. I wish they'd focused a little bit more on where like her selecting
Like
the
who that
ingredients.
butcher was.
Yeah,
well,
like
they just showed it at different markets.
yeah,
or
they showed her
whatnot.
different markets, but just
Yeah.
like and like how much it like costs
So-
at times because this had to be like a significant financial investment.
Yeah.
She talks about spending like $85 on one thing at one
Yeah.
point.
So this meal she's cooking now, I've found that you can do this in a crock pot.
Hey,
So
shouts out
it's
crock pot.
coming, guys.
Sponsor us, Crockpot.
Yeah, we're gonna make
Sponsored by Crock
Yeah,
Pot.
that's my crock pot. Make this. Make anything in a crock pot. Make Julia Childs.
I would love to hear Martin read a crockpot ad.
Hey,
Getting
guys.
the sponsor.
Hey guys, are you tired of messing up? Do you not have time to cook? Guess what? You can just dump all that shit in there, set it on low, leave for work for the day, come back, the shit's done.
I think Martin would be paired perfectly with like a mommy blogger or something, and they're like doing like a crock. They're putting everything in the crock pot. They're like, we're gonna set it and forget it.
Yeah.
Martin in a nice sweater.
Yeah.
Hey guys, look how perfect it looks. Look how like caramelized.
It's like a food porn movie too.
Yeah.
guess, yeah,
It's
that's
pretty cool.
cheese.
I mean, like it is really cool.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, her husband is like so nice and supportive, and he really puts up with like a lot because she's pretty self-centered at times. And
So this is based on her first book, but the second book I've read sounds way more interesting. The second book, based on her life, she starts an affair with her ex, and then she keeps it from her husband. Then he finds out her husband starts having an affair with other people, and then I don't know if they ever define it as open marriage, but they do stay together.
yeah, they stay
But
together.
they do have all the affairs, and I think that'd be a better movie.
Yeah,
And
that-
she goes to a butcher shop in between all this. She goes to see the butcher, cut up the meat, cheat on her husband, and come back. So it got mixed reviews. I think the literary world, man, I've been a big fan.
They were kind of harsh on
Yeah.
her first book too, because I mean, she got all these like offers to turn it into a book because of this blog, and then when it like turned into a book, all the critics were like, yeah, it should have stayed a blog. Like, yeah, they're like, they're a little harsh. And I think like, I do wonder kind of if it was revisited today, you know, what people would say about it now that like the landscape has changed more.
Yeah.
There are a lot more blogs. There's more like instantaneous
YouTube and
YouTube.
and TikTok,
like we're used to like kind of like an instant thing.
Well, I guess the Food Network was around back then.
Yeah.
But I guess it was still, this was, but yeah, it was, it's I don't know if I can do that in Crockpot. That seems, threading that seemed kind of hard, not gonna lie. I don't know about that. But Julia, all their husbands are very nice and supportive, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
I do feel like, though, she's kind of had to, like, move for... So, her husband, played by Stanley Tucci, he works for the State Department.
Yeah.
So I mean, she kind of has to like move wherever with him. So I do think he's really nice and supportive of the whole thing, but I think like also like she had to move to like Paris for his job.
Yeah,
so,
it's such a bummer, you know.
Yeah, like really sucks, and they clearly have the money to pay for her to take these like incredible like cooking classes.
Yeah, the Cordon Bleu. She goes with the legit Cordon Bleu.
Yeah.
Yeah, legit place.
Very legit.
Yeah, you know, and I guess and Julia Child was a very nice, fun lady. She seemed, I didn't really find her too annoying or anything.
Yeah, she was really tough.
Yeah,
like
she was
like
cool.
the only woman at Le Cordon Bleu.
She stood her ground. But yeah, all the husbands, it's like the barefoot Contessa's husband, which is like around. She goes to her. He's like a nice guy.
Martin just wants a barefoot Contessa movie.
Yeah, her and Jeffrey.
Her and Jeffrey.
Yeah, Jeffrey. Also, there could be, or this could be similar to, it could be a Rachel Ray movie because she started doing the 30-minute meals.
Martin's celebrity crush, Rachel Ray.
She started doing celebrity meals at a grocery store.
In the top 5.
Yeah, I don't know if she's top 5. She has a place in my heart. You know, there's a lot of women have a place in my heart. You know, her, Katy Perry, Ariana. But yeah, we had what we had. But...
Yeah, the mountain of onion.
But Rachel Wade started cooking the 30 minutes meals as a demonstration in a supermarket. And then he picked up like a local like PBS station. And then it was like in like upstate New York. Then Al Roker saw the local TV show when he was on like a weekend vacation. So then she got invited to the Today Show. Wow. Then from that, she got the Food Network thing.
Al Roker.
Al Roker, she's got to think. Yeah, the one guy in the Today Show. You're like, hey, which one of these guys probably eats a lot? You know, Al Roker. And but anyway, and there's been rumors she hosted that the original 30-minute meal show with like this dude, and like they say they might have been romantic together. He was like an older guy too, and we don't know about that. But she married a guy who's like he's in a band. he's in this rock band, The Cringe. So and they're still together.
Rachel Ray?
Yeah, she's married to John something Italian name, and they got married in like Tuscany, and her show's been on for like over 15 years, you know. She's
what isn't touched on at all in this movie is like Julia Child's like pretty incredible career before she started. Yeah, because she worked for the
she's like also in the government.
Yeah, she worked for the Office of Strategic Services. She had like a pretty wild sounding career. She was like a research assistant in like the Secret Intelligence. She She did like a lot of different things. Yeah, around like World War II. Yeah, so she like had her a whole other career and was like very much a badass in her own right before she even like started cooking.
The Nazis.
Yeah, but she like loved food like throughout it all and like really loved you know, cooking and all of that. I think when she was going to different places, like it was always very like
always stuff in her face.
You know, yeah, it was always very like she spoke very like fondly and like with
That's how she
yeah.
said. Oh, Julia Child, I like food. Let's cook, everybody. Oh yes, French food is my specialty. Yes.
I feel like you're gonna do like drag Julia Child.
What's the drag name for Julia Child? Julia Wild. Yeah.
There you go.
We thought of another drag name recently. Boob Radley. So
You're horrible. That's really funny.
yeah.
Name of the episode.
Yeah, Boob Radley. Everybody. But yeah, you know, have you ever cooked her meals, Jenny?
I don't know. I don't think I've made a Julia Child. It made me like want to.
I will say, after I watched this movie, I was I had this discount code for HelloFresh, and I was making my HelloFresh meal, and I was like, I'm gonna cook, dude. I'm
You like flip it.
Yeah, dude. I gotta prepare this chicken. So I gotta know what it's like. But my brother-in-law is really into cooking, and ever since he's become my brother-in-law, that's my Christmas gift. I get him a new cookbook. Yeah, that's a thing. So
What did you get him this past year?
I think
The Barefoot Contessa.
You know, I actually got a Guy Fieri cookbook.
Nice.
Nice.
Do it now. We haven't did the Barefoot Contessa yet, but I try to do something unique. I guess something funner cookbook. You know. So yeah. So I know a lot about. Maybe I'll give it, I guess, the Julia Child's book, but it is like 700 pages.
Oh yeah, this looks really good.
Yeah, I don't even know whether it was, but that looked good.
Movie looks good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know
Julia,
how they're like how they just like eat all that. It shows them. It's really funny. Like throughout, it shows them taking Tums a lot.
Oh really?
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, her husband takes Tums before like
that's
bed.
true. But yeah, that's a good question. How much they had, because Julia has to make. There's like over 500 Julia Child recipes, and she has 365 days in a year. So is she making more than one recipe in certain days?
Yeah, I think so, because like she probably has like main courses and sides and like a dessert. So she's probably
it's like
I
a
think
big
she's
meal.
like doing like a meal. Yeah.
Okay. But then, yeah, that would beg to differ. Like, do they have leftovers? Like,
For sure.
Are
I
they,
mean,
yeah, are they throwing out leftovers? Like,
they probably did throw out like some food, but they show them having people over
That's
for like a
true.
dinner party. So I feel like when
do.
they have people over for a dinner party, she can probably knock out like 7 recipes.
That's
right?
fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, so someone should do this, except with ratatouille. We'll make all ratatouille's recipes with a rat. I don't know how you feel about rats, but personally, I'd be okay if they all died. Am I right?
Hot take from Martin.
You like rats?
Ratatouille?
No, I'm saying the animal rats.
I've never seen Ratatouille.
Oh,
See, that's why we should have watched it.
You
Okay.
can watch it next time.
Oh, it's too late. It's too similar.
I don't know, Martin. Like, okay,
No, I don't care.
whatever.
No, I don't care.
Protest.
No, I'm good. Oh shit, guys! Guess what time it is?
What?
Be real, guys. Be real.
Shit.
Oh,
Oh shit, guys. Okay. We're gonna do this.
I thought you were gonna make a 9/11 joke.
Why?
I was like, Martin.
Oh my god! Oh my
I was
god!
like, Martin,
Jenny.
don't like.
Jenny,
I saw it was 9/11. I was like, Martin, seriously, can you not like?
Who do you think I am? Okay. We're gonna do
be
it.
real,
Good.
everybody.
Okay. I can't run. Okay. Alright, we do it like this. And everyone. Well, I have to take a picture.
Oh, okay.
Hey. Yeah, we did it. Be real, everybody.
Yeah. That was for our audio listeners.
Dude, this story, yo, follow me to be real, guys.
Please.
Dude, Martin Phillips, we can be, we can be friends. It's cool. You can see what I do in my life. See my career. Hey,
So real. He's so real.
speaking of which,
so real.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of 9/11, 9/11's in the movie because she works for the building thing. Where she work again?
I wasn't really clear on what she was doing,
Like,
but it
it-
sounded like she was like taking claims.
Yeah, for 9/11, she
Yeah.
worked for some type.
Yeah,
of,
it was like a little jarring realizing that I was like, oh yeah, 2002, like
Yeah,
9/11's just like
9/11.
happened.
Yeah.
What
This
a
was, like,
what a crazy time to be like starting your like job and life in like New York.
Yeah,
But,
dude, I know.
yeah, really
It-
wild.
Well, they were already living in New York, and they decided
Yeah, I
to
know it didn't really
live in Queens after. They didn't move. You know what? The terrorists did not scare them. They stayed in the city. New York strong.
you have a problem.
Just saying.
Yeah, it is. I guess they just chose not to really focus
Yeah.
on that, but I don't know.
Kind of.
Yeah, it yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
that cast a very in real life that would have cast a huge shadow on everything.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, yeah.
sure. Yeah, it was kind of.
Didn't go out after that.
Yeah.
Well, it was like February, so I think if you want to transition kind of back into normal
It's like,
life.
yeah, it is interesting that it isn't really mentioned in any like it's not mentioned in any conversation. It's only
Yeah.
really mentioned in passing
Yeah.
at her job.
It was like, hey
But-
guys, you know that terrorist attack? That was crazy, guys. Well, dude, fucking Bush invaded Iraq. What the
I feel
fuck?
like that this is kind of like I don't know, it is kind of like an interesting thing to do kind of like in the wake of all that where this is like something you can control,
Yeah.
when
I mean,
everything's like very uncontrollable, but like following this like book, you know what you're doing every day.
Yeah,
type of thing.
and Julie, her the way she relieves stress in general was cooking. Like she had a hard day at work, she let it all out by cooking something.
I wonder if
So-
she talks about it anymore, like
Well,
in
she-
her book on like the impact on like them and like
Oh, like
the New Yorkers and any of that. That would be interesting, I think.
yeah, dude, But
I mean, like I'm fine with them not really
yeah, I don't
address like
think
it doesn't
it's
need to
really-
be about
yeah,
that,
yeah.
but I just feel like in real life it's probably like they were talking about it a lot more.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, and it was cool.
Like a big comment.
The aspic
She made an
when her
aspect.
aspic like it's destroyed and you also
I made mine differently though. I know.
Martin had a meltdown over aspic
I know
at,
what
like
I-
Thanksgiving.
I know what I did with my aspect though. I know where I went wrong. And I remember.
What did you do wrong?
Let me I have to get the recipe real quickly because there was a part where I was like, oh, that's where I messed up. So like,
What is it?
It's like basically gross jelly type thing.
How do you spell it?
ASP.
ASPIC. I feel like it was more commonly like a Southern thing. But anyway, Julia Child has recipes on it. But my mom makes it every year for Thanksgiving. It's very, very good. It's very challenging.
It's not okay. I know what I did. Okay, so
And
I
Martin wanted to make it.
So I messed up where I did did the whole cream cheese thing. Oh, actually, I couldn't find cream cheese, so I had to use like sour cream or
Yeah,
something.
that's part of the problem, probably.
You think that would that
Yes, that would mess it up.
that won't refrigerate?
Yeah, it needs to be. That's too loose. Like it needs to be more like solid.
Where do you get cream cheese then? I couldn't find cream cheese. There was cottage cheese.
Couldn't find cream cheese in a
No, dude, I swear to God, I couldn't find it at the grocery.
Okay, well, you just weren't looking in the right spot. Every
It
grocery.
would be by the cottage cheese.
Okay, well, it's done now.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that was probably a huge problem
I think
because you left out a key ingredient.
I substituted ingredient.
Yeah, that's like really, it's really not good to do that. in recipes.
Okay, I don't think I only messed up there. I
cut
think.
slices of it?
Yeah, I mean, they're all different kinds. I think that kind has like chicken in it. But yeah, they're all different like kinds. But yeah, it looks really pretty when it's...
Yeah, it's
What did yours look like, Martin?
it was like...
Did you cry in a gas station?
So it's salt and gelatin. I bought, and you put the milk in, dissolve, boil it, gelatin, complete dissolve, combine everything, yada yada, spread it over and chill till this layer is firm. And the white layer is firm, cover it through remaining with VA mixture and let it chill. So the VA mixture never chilled. So that part was not...
Did you not put gelatin in it?
I did put gelatin in it.
So it didn't set?
You put the gelatin in it, you put it in the refrigerator, and then I thought you were supposed to put it in the V8 later.
No.
See,
so the V8 is like... the gelatin goes in the V8.
But it doesn't say that. It says quickly spread the aspect layer, chill until the layer is firm. Last sentence at the end here says chill until the layer is firm. Then it says...
Yeah, so like...
Then it says at the V8. It doesn't say...
Yeah, so it's basically like you have... It's like you have a layer of that has the gelatin in it.
Yeah.
And then it sets.
Yeah.
And then you put the cream cheese layer on, and then you put another layer on top that has the gelatin in it. Because that's the only way it's going to set. Otherwise, you just have like liquid.
That's what that's what happened. Yes. That is what... It doesn't say put the gelatin in the V8. Straight to the last sentence. Nowhere does it say put the gelatin in the V8.
You need a new recipe, buddy.
Well, I mean, this...
Yeah, it does.
Where?
Dissolve 2 envelopes of gelatin in 1/3 cup of water.
It's...
Heat 2 cups of V8 juice to boiling. Add gelatin and stir until
I did that with one V8 juice, but then the other... So that's the same...
Yeah.
That's the same V8 juice? I thought it was a whole new V8 juice.
Yes, reserve remaining V8 juice, but do not chill.
So I added 2 separate V8 juices.
Yes.
One of them has gelatin, the other one didn't. Okay, that's where I messed up. And I guess maybe the whole not having cream cheese thing.
Yeah,
too.
like because cream cheese will get firmer and sour cream, that had to have been the biggest mess.
Well, no, it wasn't that. So I didn't. So yeah, that top layer of V8 did not chill, of course, because we found out now. I didn't have to put it on there. But anyway, I didn't take it out of the pan. I just had aluminum foil over it and put it in the seat next to me in my car driving down. And that, I guess, because it was not, gelatin or, it's still liquid. It actually, when I was
this was way too advanced for you.
When I stopped, I noticed it had spilled over my seat. And then I was like, I can't, man.
This was way too advanced for you. You should have just made cookies.
No, that's not Thanksgiving, okay?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but then you didn't have anything.
It doesn't matter. My mom I didn't have to bring anything to Thanksgiving. I was just doing the nice thing and providing something. But that and I became a failure. So anyway, it was really messy.
So dramatic. You tried to make like one of the like harder things
It
to
shouldn't
make.
be that hard to do if I just If I had
It's
not,
really hard to make. My
But-
mom has been making it for
Yeah, there's so
years
many
and
steps
says
right
it's
now.
really
yeah,
hard to
but
make.
I did a good job until I added the extra V8. It would.
You didn't even use the right ingredients.
But I'm saying
Martin.
it was like gelatin without the extra V8 on top. So maybe, sure, would it have been perfect? No. But I would have been able to bring it, and then everyone would have been like, okay.
Yeah, they would not have eaten that.
No, okay, it would have been fine. But anyway, yeah, I threw the whole pan away in the gas station. And it was like,
You threw the whole
cried.
pan away?
yeah, I just was so ashamed.
Dude, that's another good security camera footage.
Throw it away.
It's like,
Then I had to take that seat cover off and wrap it up. And then my mom watched it later. And she was like, "What happened?" I was like, "You know what happened?" It's like, I don't want to talk about it.
You didn't tell anybody you were making it, right?
Yeah, it wasn't. I was like, I'm bringing a dish. It's
Oh,
going to
you
be a
told them?
surprise. And I was
Where
like,
is it?
I was like, oh, never mind.
Fucking get
Dude, I just spent like most of the day before making it, and again, I threw it away, and I was like, what a waste of time. What's a waste? I just thought I could.
yeah, it's really pretty.
Yeah, it looks good. I'll eat it. I don't know. It sounds gross, but.
I had a really good one in France. Yeah. The dude.
No, online culinary is cool. But anyhow, I'll do it next year. Next Thanksgiving, I got it. It's gonna be great. You'll all see, and then
Yeah, you'll all see.
yeah, I'm gonna make the Julia Child thing in the crock pot.
You should have made a dump cake.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do something you would have at Thanksgiving. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, yeah.
Okay, Martin, are you ready to wrap this up?
Actually, here's a good point. That actually,
It's gonna be a good point.
yeah, Julie and Julia never met, and Julia Child was still alive and stuff.
Oh, yeah, she was kind of critical. Of
Yeah,
the
she had bad. She gave her bad feedback.
She was also like
Yeah.
really old. She died like 2 years later.
Yeah, she was like
and then they're like, how do you
93.
feel about this blog? And I'm sure she was like, I don't know what a blog is.
Yeah. What's a blog? She was like, 94, so to be fair. But anyway, Julia Child was not a fan or didn't really care. They never met. So she never even met her idol. Now, but I guess now she may have, because now they're both dead. So maybe she met Julia Child
point.
in kitchen heaven, you know. No, you think they met each other out there,
In kitchen heaven.
or you know, wherever
Your
chefs,
understanding of that sounds like a 5-year-old.
wherever chefs go when they,
kitchen heaven.
yeah, where chefs go when they die. You know where chefs
In
go.
kitchen heaven.
Yeah, where chefs go when they die.
It's like,
you know?
okay.
They're cooking it.
Yeah, you know, wherever they go, where.
This one
But
was way quicker.
yeah, well, what's our time right now?
34 minutes.
Oh, that's not too bad. I think it's a good average to
Yeah,
do
an hour
like, you
long.
know, 40 or so, you know, people, you know, can only listen for so long.
Yeah.
No one did give us any questions. I told Noah, I was like, oh, we're else going to do this.
Noah
movie.
probably hasn't seen Julia.
Yeah, I
Julia.
don't think he's going to watch it, but
I think he'd like it.
yeah, here's a question. Would you ever try to imitate your idol? Call me Noah.
Imitate your idol. I mean, I think there are things you can take from, you know, your idols, but I don't think you should fully try to imitate
Is
anyone.
she imitating her idol?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think like I like that I think she gets a little too lost in it sometimes because it's like she kind of forms a parasocial relationship to Julia Child, you know, where she's like, this never would have happened to Julia, or Julia like never would have done this. And it's bitch, you don't know Julia Child. Like she was a real person with a real life. Like she had. Yeah.
We see Julia fail too.
Yeah, and also like I don't know, she had like heartbreak. Like she wanted to have like children and that didn't happen for her.
Yeah.
And you know, she had like hard things in her life and like I don't know, it's just like the forming that is like I don't know, just projecting onto like a person you don't know. Like that was very apparent in this.
Yeah. And ever cook live lobsters? I've never actually done that. Kind of scared to buy one.
Does she have a day job while she's doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a lot, man.
She's doing.
Yeah, she also gets called into like her boss's office at her day job, and it's basically because she called in sick because she messed up a recipe and people are coming over for dinner, so she had to like redo it. And
You wrote about it,
and she like wrote about it, and he was like, "Don't ever do that again. Don't ever write it." And he was like, "And don't ever write about me in your blog." And she's like, "I wasn't going to."
Yeah, don't have her talk about work. Yeah, but I've never cooked a live lobster. I'm kind of scared.
You haven't put that in the crock pot?
Yeah, I've never put a lobster in a crock pot. I need a bigger crock pot for a lobster. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel kind of bad and scared at the same time. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah. There's this Simpsons episode where the Homer has like a pet lobster and then it gets dirty. So he's like, "Oh, I give him a warm bath." So that's what I think of. I think it's kind of funny. But yeah, whenever I see them in like the grocery store, that lobster thing, I'm like, "Oh, it is sad." You're just there, and you're like, "Oh, let's break it."
They gotta be fresh, I guess.
You're gonna break it. I'm gonna drive to the sea and throw them back in. That's a movie, right? We saved the lobsters. That could be a project. Like I buy lobsters.
All right, Jenny, you better wrap this episode
Okay.
up.
Oh yeah,
Let's,
yeah. You want to do that? You want me to?
Here, I'll let you
Do
do.
we miss anything?
No, we didn't miss anything, Martin.
Yeah, but I mean, okay. I'm just saying, what she did, I guess, was impressive. I guess.
Yeah.
Just giving her due. Okay, fine,
Okay, here.
fine.
All right, summarize.
Okay, Julia has two stories. One about Julia Child and how she published her famous cookbook about French cooking, and Julia Powell, how she started her famous blog about cooking all the recipes in that famous cookbook, and how, basically how Julia got there and did the cooking school and got published, and how Julia published her blog and made her goal, and how they both became successful and were in really, nice relationships of supportive partners, and they all worked out, except after the movie we found out truly not faithful. But that's not this movie. So anyway, it's a good time. And
Don't let that color your interpretation of this film.
yeah. And
Nice.
But it is that fight Julia has with her husband in this movie. It was basically like, oh, you think I'm too nice of a guy? Remember, he was like, I'm not a saint. This was the ending song. You remember when she
Yes,
said,
I remember.
Is that a good fight reason? I don't know. It's funny.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, you've been paying attention.
I am paying attention,
Maybe
Martin.
we've been podcasting for a little too long.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, don't be a little bitch, Martin.
It was a good talking point. Okay, it was a good talking point.
You don't pay attention to the things I say all the time.
Oh no!
But
I am always attentive.
no, you're not.
Okay, you don't know anything.
He's so not. There could be a whole montage of him.
It could be
not
like a
attentive.
whole, yeah, Martin. You're attentive is what you are not.
You don't know, guys. Well, cool.
Thank you, Graham.
Yeah,
Thanks, Graham.
Thank you, Lydia, for sitting
Yeah,
throughout it all.
for doing
in
this
studio
so long.
audience.
Yeah, we had a studio audience.
Thank you, Crockpot.
Love. Oh.